Hello Aquarius, welcome to Monarch Intuition, and today I'm going to be doing your Grand Occult reading for 2023. If you're new to my channel, what I like to do is I like to pull one major arcana to see the energy and then clarify with a different deck. So what major arcana needs to come out for the sign of Aquarius? What's going on for you? Once again, these are timeless readings. You can watch them whenever you feel called to watch them. So what do we need to know for the sign of Aquarius? We have the Hanged Man, seeing things from a different perspective, understanding that stagnation doesn't always have to be stagnation. It can also represent that you are seeing something from a different point of view, so that way you can have an enlightening aha moment. So, when you feel like life is just not moving forward, why is that? What is the reason that you feel stuck in a situation? I feel like if you take a moment to reflect on something, you will actually understand what you're supposed to be doing, okay? You will have that grand epiphany, and epiphany is a very important part of tarot reading because you're understanding how the cards flow together, understanding, what this image means and how it corresponds to this image over here. So that's what I'm seeing for you. It's you're trying to connect dots within your life. And I feel like you're going to have a grand epiphany for yourself, and you're going to be able to connect a bunch of dots all at once. And you're going to say, oh my gosh, I never saw that before. That was so simple. And you're going to be able to cut yourself down from this tree that you're hanging in, so that way you can move forward with your life. Now, the thing about the Hanged Man, it can also be represented as the Mad Prophet. Understanding things from a different perspective and people just not being able to understand you, okay? Because Aquarians tend to be very intellectual people, and the things you have to say and the things you understand just go well over people's heads. Even educated people just have a hard time understanding Aquarius, because you can draw from all these different points to come to a conclusion, but people are going to look at you like, yeah, okay. And they kind of view you as kind of like a crackpot. But that's okay, Aquarius, because you know what? This card is the sign of Pisces right here, and Pisces is the oldest of the zodiac wheel, right? So you being the second oldest of the zodiac wheel, you have a lot of energy from Pisces, and you have a lot of energy from Capricorn. So when I see this for you, Aquarius, this is connecting all of these dots, having that grand epiphany, having that moment, and seeing things from a much clearer, different point of view for yourself. Doesn't always have to represent stagnation, self-sacrifice. Now, it can represent self-sacrifice right here. You might have moments within 2023 where you do feel like you're going to have to put humanity first. Now, you are the great humanitarian, but putting humanity first doesn't mean that you have to, give up on all the things that you want within your life. It just represents that you are dedicating a large portion of your life to help humanity. For example, the person who created air conditioning. He sacrificed a large portion of his life to understand how to make this coolant system, right? And it helped everyone. It helps everyone today. Now, he didn't, travel the world and be a missionary. He just invented a large portion of his life to help benefit him and his family, but it helped everyone else at the same time. So that's what the Hanged Man can also represent, as that self-sacrifice for yourself. So what do we need to know for the sign of Aquarius? You have the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Wands, and the King of Wands. So I feel like you're a little bit bored right here. You want some sort of excitement within your life. Maybe you're sitting on your throne, you have like all the nice things around you. You're like, I just wish something new would come into your life. Here's the thing though, you're going to be celebrating with the King of Wands. King of Wands are exciting people. They're Leo energy, your opposite sign. So while you are feeling kind of bored, kind of feeling stuck, there is this opportunity to celebrate with this King of Wands, who will get you out of this funk. He will just make you feel better. So two kings. Now, here's the thing about the King of Wands, though. He's not, frivolous or anything like that. He just has a lot of energy. He's very different from you, the King of Swords, right? But I feel like you're coming from this King of Pentacles perspective, where you're sitting on your throne, nothing much is happening, what do I need? And all of a sudden, here's the King of Wands for you, trying to connect you to them, trying to get you to move forward. So, let's look at this King of Pentacles. What's going on? Why do you feel stuck? You have the Prince of Grails, and you have the Seven of Skulls. Things are taking too long to grow. You're constantly watering a situation within your life, but it's just not growing. You're like, why are things not growing for me? But here's the thing, the King of Pentacles is a very traditional card. It's represented by Taurus, right? And Taurus is the Hierophant. For example, say you go to a grocery store and you see organic grown food. Now, basically, all things are organic, right? But what separates organic grown food from regular groceries or vegetables is that organic vegetables are not touched by pesticides. They are not touched with growth hormones. They're just simply seeds that are put into the ground. Sometimes they are heirloom seeds, and then they grow naturally. They grow in an organic state. So growing organic food can actually take a long time to do, but it's worth it because it's much healthier in the end for yourself. And I kind of feel like that's where you are, is that, you know, you're trying to grow something organically and maybe you're doing very well for yourself, but you're just tired of waiting. You're tired of watering something and maybe not seeing progress right here. So I feel like this King of Wands might be the situation or the catalyst to help you grow something maybe more quickly. Maybe you're just not using the right type of soil. Because just because you're growing a plant organically doesn't mean you can't take care of the soil. You can still, burn down a field and allow that to naturally go into the soil and fertilize it, right? You can still bring in fertilizer. You can still, do a lot of different things to make the soil more healthy that will even give organic plants a faster growth speed. It can also boil down to the type of water you are using to water the plants. Well water usually grows better different types of plants, as opposed to, just city water that has been, that has all these chemicals inside of it. So I kind of feel like there is a situation that can help grow you forward. And remember, the King of Wands is all about, fast movement, fast action. So Four of Wands, Two of Scepters with the Daughter of Scepters. You see a brand new opportunity and it looks fun, it looks passionate, it looks exciting right here. And I feel like this is the thing that's going to get you out of your funk. The King of Wands, you have the Seven of Grails, you have the Three of Swords. Oh, maybe you are pining away at a situation. Maybe you see something as a fantasy right here, but you just can't connect to it. Maybe you think that this person or this situation is going to break your heart. Maybe you're reluctant to try to grow something or try to do something with this because maybe you feel like this person is just like a muse to you. Maybe you see this situation for what it is. You want to, go and try to test it, but maybe you feel like something is fake. Maybe you feel like it's immature. You have the Strength card coming out, the Lord of Knives, and the Three of Scepters. I want to clarify this King of Wands one more time. You have the Lord of Cups. One more card, the Four of Grails. I don't know. It seems like this person is fairly mature, or this situation is mature. The Four of Grails, I think maybe this person is very charismatic. I'm not going to say this is a love reading. I don't think this is a love reading. This could be, a friend group. This could be you trying to grow something right here. You're just missing the point. You're missing the opportunity right here. This is a very mature situation, right? But the Lord of Grails is trying to hand something off to the Four of Grails. Maybe this person isn't seeing it. Maybe you aren't seeing something. And that's what holds you into this, organic state of mind. Or in this hangman state of mind. The Chariot with the Six of Scepters. I feel like you will have victory with this. Maybe you're just reluctant to hand out your cup to this. Maybe you feel like the person or this situation is just very immature that you don't want to grow it. It's kind of like corn or cotton or things of that nature. Like, you feel like everyone's doing it. You feel like that's a boring crop to grow. You feel like if you did that, it was just like, like, for example, I was just reading online that in 2023 there will probably be a corn shortage, right? And maybe you have a farm, or maybe you're trying to grow corn and you're thinking to yourself, corn is such a stupid little crop to grow. I don't want to grow that. But that's what's going to give you victory. You don't want to water this thing. You feel like it's, kind of dumb, kind of, lame. Everyone's doing it or something like that. Or it just doesn't make sense. But I feel like it's actually what you need to do, because you have the chariot with the six of scepters. That's what's going to give you strength. That's something right there. You're not seeing something. You need to look and research something before you turn something down. That's why you are in this stagnant moment. You're looking at a situation that it seems like, it seems too good to be true. It's young, it's naive, I don't really know anything about that. It seems like if I go towards that situation, it's just going to be a fast fling. You have the Seven of Cups, Three of Swords. It's probably not going to work out anyway. So you're reluctant to try to give something to this, but here's the Chariot with the Six of Scepters saying that it is double clarification of not just a victory, but of a major victory. And it's got the Strength card coming out, so you have 1, 2, 3 cards of Leo. And this Strength energy is what's going to enlighten you with the King of Swords. That's what's coming in for you, is some sort of grand epiphany. You are having a major revelation within your life about something that you think is kind of dumb. That's like, I don't know if I really want to do that. I don't know. It doesn't really make me happy. But it is the thing that's actually going to be the catalyst for 2023 for you. You have the stars. Yeah, your card coming out as well. This is how you get to your dreams right here, Aquarius. This is how you connect to a higher state of consciousness. It's by looking at something critically. It looks appealing. And I feel like that's where you're having a problem with it. It's like, it's a page, right? And you're coming off as the King of Pentacles in reverse, not wanting to give to the situation. You're like, it's just a dumb page. It's exciting. It's just a fast fling. Yeah, I could celebrate with it, but it doesn't have any substance. You start to realize that it's the King of Wands, not just the Page of Wands, because the King of Wands can, get off of his throne and walk around the kingdom and have fun. And you're saying that's very immature. I don't really want to water that situation. But have you tried it? You're discounting something before you even try something out. Whether it is a person, a place, a job, an opportunity, you're discounting something and saying no, but it is the major victory that allows you to attain your stars. You're just not fundamentally seeing something. You're not seeing that someone is, or this page is actually a king. You have the Five of Pentacles. You have the Two of Skulls. The Five of Pentacles represents poverty, but you're wandering around. If you went inside of the church, you would feel like it's stable and the situation would balance out for yourself. That's the thing about the Five of Pentacles. It's kind of like a double-edged sword. Yes, it does represent poverty, where two people are walking out in the snow, but they could easily go inside of the church. Two injured people are walking out in the snow. They look very cold and hungry, but they could go inside and get a hot meal. They could go inside and get, their wounds tended to. They could go inside and, get a nice place to sleep. And that would be the balance out for them being, trapped outside in the cold. So you're almost purposefully staying outside in the cold instead of balancing out a situation because you just don't want to look at something. You don't want to walk inside of the church. You don't want to walk into the fifth element. And that's what's important to understand about the Hierophant or Taurus energy, is that it sits underneath the pentacle, right? And the pentacle represents 4 elements and then the light element. Leo is represented by the light element itself. It represents soul energy. So the fixed signs themselves represent concepts of something. They don't represent like the cardinal or the mutable signs, all right? So for example, when we look at the fire signs, you have Aries and you have Sagittarius, right? They're both fire. And it represents, Aries is war, Sagittarius is fast movement. They can also be represented as like, a bonfire or plasma. But Leo is represented by the sunlight. It's kind of like you, Gemini, and Libra. Libra represents, movement. like moving your hand through space, right? Or moving your hand through the air. Gemini represents breathing in and out, but you represent space itself. Like the concept of space. What is space? Not oxygen, but space, okay? Pulling from the water to water the grass right here. And that's kind of what I'm seeing with the star, is that you're not seeing this grand lake that's in front of you that can water the earth. You can turn something from an impoverished situation and balance it out if you knew what was inside of this water right here. If you were connecting to the water bearer, which is your sign. The Three of Skulls, the Eight of Grails, and the Ace of Skulls. In a way, you have a very solid foundation, but you're wanting to walk away from a situation. It's like you're growing something, you're building something, but you want to walk away from it for a seed right here, for the Ace of Pentacles. I just feel like you're wanting to give up everything because you want a brand new opportunity, but here's the thing, you're in that hanged man mode. So maybe the theme of 2023 is that when you get stuck, don't just sit there and think, I want to give up on everything that I've built for, everything that I've worked for, all of my skills and all of my crafts to go and chase, something new. Because the Ace of Skulls represents a brand new opportunity. Yes, it is an ace. It's a seed that's offered to you, but it's still a brand new thing. You're still going to have to grow it organically, right? And every time you try to grow something, you're still going to face obstacles in whatever you do. Whether it's growing a YouTube channel, whether it's growing a plant, whether it is, growing into the, into your job occupation. For example, at some jobs, you have to be there for 10, 15 years before they're going to give you a promotion. Some jobs require you to hold a position for a very long amount of time before you can get the next phase, or to go to school for a very long time to get the next phase. That's what this is right here. It's almost like, you are wanting to be a doctor. And you're having to take, a hard class, and you can't see your way out of it. You're just like, oh my gosh, I don't even think I'm going to be a doctor. I should just change my, degree over to political science. But you're so close. You haven't even given this a chance. You're just in a funk right here. So you would walk away from all these things that you've done to just go and grow something new. But even in political science, you're still going to have to learn. You're still going to have those ups and downs. The Temperance and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, alchemizing with the Two Cups. And that's important to understand, because the water bearer alchemizes with Two Cups as well. It takes from the water and waters the land. The Temperance is taking 2 cups that are filled with oil, or one with oil and one with water, and turning it into fire. And you have the Ten of Cups the Ten of Pentacles, sorry, not the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, which represents earthly matter completion. So in a way, this can be read as 2 different things. You're in a funk, right? You want a new opportunity. The new opportunity is being presented to you. You're saying, I don't know if I want to grow it. It doesn't look too serious. But here's the thing, it is serious. It's the catalyst. All you have to do is alchemize the situation into balance and grow it from the 5 of Skulls into the 10 of Pentacles. That will allow you to celebrate with the 4 of Wands. The 8 of Scepters, the Eight of Scepters and the Wheel of Fortune, spinning fortune in your favor right here. Moving quickly through the cycles. So the grand epiphany that you're about to have actually changes everything for you. It is something that you're discounting. It's because you're in, that hanged man energy. You can't see things clearly. Stick with something. If an opportunity is presented to you, don't be too harsh and critical on it, okay? Like, if something comes towards you, and maybe in kind of a weird way, I wouldn't just walk away from it. I would look at the situation from a very critical point of view. Can it help you? Can you grow it? Yes, it's small. Yes, it kind of looks, like, I don't know. But read up on it and thoroughly research something and see how you can turn it into the Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like once you have that moment where you're saying, oh, that connects. Oh, all of this connects right here. It's like you're finding the missing piece. You'll have a very happy moment for yourself. This can also be that, you could be walking away from an old situation that's stagnant into something that's brand new that allows you to alchemize into the Ten of Pentacles. So, you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Eight of Scepters. I'm going to pull one more card. You have the Empress coming out. Growing something into the Empress, another card of Taurus. It's also the card of Libra, so very balanced situation with the Two of Pentacles. I know that that's not Libra, that's Capricorn energy. But balance and infinite abundance with the Empress and the Ten of Skulls with the Wheel of Fortune. So, paying attention to something right here. Paying attention, thinking critically, and researching something will give you that moment, that aha clarity moment. So let's look at your spellcasting oracle cards. But it comes from something that just seems so mundane, so like this person can't know what they're talking about. They don't know what's going on. They're just a page, but it's a page who's actually a king who's walking around in their kingdom. They just decided not to dress up. They're actually a king. They just didn't want to dress up that day. They didn't feel like putting on their royal garments. But if you were to connect with this person, you would realize, oh my gosh, this is what I need to have that aha moment. Protection, you're protected right here, and you have Justice balancing out the scales. So you are protected. It is balance for you. The universe is trying to keep you safe so that way you can come up with the situation on your own, so that way you can have that clarity moment. Protection again. And you know that Temperance is also the concept of protection. So you have Brownie protection, and the spellcasting oracle is protection. So definitely 3 cards of protection right here. You're not stagnant. You're just being protected so that way you can have that clarity. You have Swan, fidelity. Sticking with something right here. This could be the concept of maybe you're meeting. Let's look at it from a love perspective. Maybe you met someone and they seem really attractive, right? They come off as a page for you. You're like, man, I bet that person sleeps around, they get around, blah, blah, blah. You might have seen them, just walking around. Maybe they were just working out, or maybe they just didn't feel like, dressing up like a king. Maybe they were just wearing, whatever. But if you really look closely, if you tried to water the situation, you would realize that that person is just on par with you. They are a king, you are a king. It's just the illusion that they're giving off because maybe they don't want anyone to know who they are. Maybe they're just having a bad day. Whatever the situation is, it's like taking a chance, looking at it, doing that in-depth research, and you will come to the realization that this is the victory with the Chariot with the Six of Wands. Whatever it is. Don't judge a book by its cover, Aquarius. That's what this is for you. You have intent and brilliance. There is brilliance in the intent right here. Remember, the intent is to grow a pearl, and the pearl is brilliance. The brilliance card is represented by a bunch of diamonds on it. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for you is that, it takes a very long time to grow a pearl. But once you grow a pearl, and it's an organic pearl, not like a farm-raised pearl, it's worth a lot more. That's the brilliance behind the situation. You have Dagas, day, hope, relief, clarity, understanding, and progress. Destiny, higher consciousness, and mutability are the spiritual meanings behind it. Let me get you one talisman card. You have Wonjo, joy and happiness, harmony and partnerships, positive family relationships, and good teamwork. So you're meeting someone who is on par with you. You're just like discounting them because maybe they don't look like a king. Maybe you think that they're too frivolous. Maybe, because here's the thing, Aquarius. If you're dealing with fire energy, especially a Leo, you know, they're jokesters. They're fun to be around. You know, they're just not going to be as, you know, they're ruled something completely different. They rule the soul. You rule the higher intellect. They rule the childlike idea of wanting to be free and happy. That doesn't mean that they can't work hard, because remember, Leos rule theater, showmanship, lighting, pyrotechnics, things of that nature, working behind the scenes. They're very meticulous people. And maybe you're also a very meticulous person. They just, you know, have fun. So I'm not saying that this person is a Leo. I'm just saying that they have like that, you know, with the Page of Wands, they come off as someone who's new to a situation, but, you know, everyone likes looking at them. They're very fun to be around. They have like a great personality, type A personality. You have Zombie, control. Release control of the situation. And Night Song, hidden talents. You're going to see the hidden talents behind this, the hidden meaning. If you release control and allow the situation to play out, at least try to water it in some sort of way, you will see the hidden talents behind something. And you will understand how to grow something and get yourself out of stagnation right here. So anyway, Aquarius, this is the 2023 reading for you. Just understand that when you get into that hanged man mode, it's because you're missing some sort of crucial information. You're still protected until you have that ha-ha moment, right? So don't just, you know, discount something and say, I'll never figure it out, throw everything out the window and walk away from it. Just keep working on it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll talk to you later.